I'm changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago. They ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool. I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace. I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend. We should try again. You been on my mind. You should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl. You know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I.
And we are live in the building, man. It's your boy, Henny the Moore, reporting live from the liquor store. And listen, normally I have the most nefarious, underhanded, demonic person I know in the building with me beneath me. But right now, I actually got my big cousin with me, man. He's a saint. I ain't got nothing bad to say about West Coast Cowboy. What's up with you, man?
What's up with you, my boy?
And listen, if y'all are looking for landlord, he is supposed to be on here. He is on Color People Time, but he will be here eventually at some point. So y'all over there in the trap, don't be stealing nothing. Clap your hands in the trap if you're over there until landlord gets there. Just clap your hands. Keep your hands off the merchandise. He will be in to patrol the trap, though, man. But hey, man, we do got a lot to discuss. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I need everybody out there under the sound of my voice to do a couple of things for us, man. First and foremost, when you tap in, hit that like button. And for your independent content creators, that goes a long, long way. The more likes that we get on videos, the more that the algorithm is going to rock with us. So if you got love for West Coast over there, man, and you want to see his platform grow and do well, hit that like button. If you got love for your boy Henny in the liquor store, you want us to keep getting drunk on the content, hit that
Shut your
like
mouth.
button. If you're over there in the trap and you're extra nefarious, but you want to keep rocking out with the controlled substances, go ahead and hit that like button over there and then help Landlord out to grow the platform, man. It goes a long way in helping us out over here, man. Also, after you hit that like, make sure that you hit the share button. Your mammy told you that sharing is caring, and we also believe in manifestation in the liquor store. Meaning, if you want to wheel the Dallas Cowboys to 6 championships, all you got to do is share the content 6 times, or be like Miss Etta Lockhart and drop 6 emojis. She put the 6 championship trophies in the chat box. That's how she rocking, man. She feel it, and she trying to wheel us there, man. So salute to Miss Etta Lockhart. Salute to my boy Justin Kitchen too. I see you. You helping us with the manifestation as well, man. So salute to you. Uh, and shout out to everybody out there, man. And most importantly,
You got water?
help us keep the lights on these platforms, man. Everybody got monetized pages. Everybody has Cash App. And listen, Wes and Landlord going to Oxnard. They go every year. So to bring you exclusive content that you ain't gonna get nowhere else, if you want to know who's really out there balling and who need to be on the bench, make sure that you hit their Cash Apps, man, and help them get to Oxnard.
What's up, Desmond Iron Man? What's up, my guy? See,
Yeah, that's my guy too, man. I be calling him Tony Stark. You know, he the
Okay,
real
yeah.
Iron Man, man. Yeah, he the real Iron Man. Hey, shout out to everybody though, man. Craig, John Cofield, Sin City Cowboy, Etta Lockhart, Timothy Miller. Salute to you. Daniel Barrera, Sports Highlight, Darren Southern. Um, who else in the building with us, man? Cortavius, Justin Kitchen. So salute to all y'all good people out there, man. So Wes,
What up?
so the Dallas Cowboys have been busy, man. So they've been out here looking at a whole bunch of guys from the UFL. Now,
How many people we
normally
got? How many people we got in the building right now?
59. We got 59 people all together across all platforms.
Let me make sure my stuff is up.
Yeah, I see
How
your
many total
Facebook.
platforms do we have live right now?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
7. So you got my 4. Okay, we good. We live on everything.
Yeah, we live on everything right now, man. So yeah, let everybody know the liquor store open, the trap open, the West Coast open, man. Get those shares up, get those likes up. But yeah, West, like the Dallas Cowboys are spinning the block on the UFL. And I say spinning the block because we always normally sign people from the UFL. Now it used to be the USFL, but they combined league with the XFL, so they got one big league, just like the NFL used to be the AFL and y'all know the backstory to how the NFL became what it is today.
It was the
So
American League and the National Football League.
yes, yes, yes. So they pretty much did something similar on a smaller scale. So the Dallas Cowboys have history of signing guys from that league. If you need to refresh your memory, our brother Brandon Aubrey, the All-Pro kicker for our team, is a two-time champion with the Birmingham Stallions, landlord extra sorry team down there. Hey, what's up, David? Salute to you, man. It's a long time no see. David tapping in with the liquor store, man. Yeah, so he's a two-time champion over there. And then we also got the Pro Bowl returner, Cavante Turpin, who also played in that league. So right now, so far, of the guys that made the actual roster the Dallas Cowboys brought in from that league, they're 2 for 2. They're 2 for 2 on the guys that they brought in. So, of course, they would want to spin the block and kick the tires and see if they can get some production over there. So before we actually look at the people they brought in, what are your thoughts about the Dallas Cowboys strategy of continuing the UFL pipeline?
They cheap as hell.
Facts. Let's start right there. Cheap.
Like, bruh, like, don't get me wrong, bruh, but like, I mean, I salute to the Cowboys for doing it, but you know what I mean? Like, the only reason why you know that the 99-cent store has good steaks is because your cheap ass been down there buying them. You know what I'm saying? Being honest with you, bruh. Like, you can tell me, like, listen to me. I'm pretty sure the 99-cent store does have good steaks, but I don't want to find out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We can
I don't want to
prevent it,
find
right?
out. I don't want to find out. It's like health insurance, bro. Like, you don't want to find out you have health insurance. You don't want to find out that you have good health insurance by using it, right?
Mm-hmm. If you gotta use it, you mean you're already sick or hurt.
Yeah. So, and I mean, praise God that it works, but as a business plan, no, bro, that is not a good business plan. That is not a good business plan. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. There's always going to be that one guy, those one or two guys that can get with an opportunity, they're just looking for opportunity. But that should not be a premise on how you should be trying to look forward to paying your bills going forward. No,
It shouldn't. And I do agree with you. Like the Dallas Cowboys are notoriously cheap. And when you're a guy playing in the UFL or the XFL, it's either you had some issues in college, you couldn't go directly to the NFL, you had to resolve them. You've been in the NFL before and it didn't work out for you, so you've been trying to work your way back to get another opportunity in the National Football League. So all these guys, aren't going to demand top dollar. You're coming from a secondary league. Some of these guys are older than general rookies. A lot of the guys are coming in at 26, 28, yada, yada, because they've been playing football for a minute. So it's not like they're going to demand high dollar, and most of these guys are just trying to get a second chance at football to revive their football careers. So you're right. Nobody coming from these leagues is going to demand top dollar, and the Dallas Cowboys take advantage of that. Like matter of fact, let me take a look at Cavante Turpin's contract while we're talking about that because he signed for a 3-year deal. Matter of fact, this is the final year of his contract. Turp will also be a free agent next year. So, matter of fact, this has put something in my mind, Wes. I don't think they're going to give Cavante Turpin too many snaps at wide receiver 3 because you can keep his price low that way. If he only make a play here and there, you can lowball Cavante Turpin when you go to the contract table because he already done made a Pro Bowl selection as a returner. Him and his agent might try to already parlay that. So,
if you're Cavante Turpin, you're appreciative of the Cowboys' opportunity, but it's time to go.
I mean, he'll be 27 by the time the season is over, dog. Like I said, Cavante Turpin was also somebody that fits the bill of what we were just talking about. Something happened that derailed his pathway to the NFL. He had to go from this league to this league to this league to get another opportunity to play professional football again. And by the time he finally made it to the Dallas Cowboys, he's already in his mid-20s. He's not no 21-year-old guy, 20-year-old kid. When
That's
he got
why,
here, he was like 24, 25, something like that.
and that's why if I'm Cavante Turpin, I love the Cowboys for what they did for me, but I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go find someone that's gonna use me because the Cowboys aren't gonna pay you again for what they used you for.
Ooh. As a matter of
What?
fact, I take that back. He's actually going to be 28 in August, and he'll be 29 by the time by the time next training camp come around. So August the 2nd, Cavante Turpin will turn 28 years old, and then next off season, going into training camp and all that other stuff, preseason, he'll be 29 years old. So yeah, Cavante Turpin doesn't have long to get no money in the National Football League. He got to get paid now. The contract Cavante Turpin gets this time around is probably going to be his last contract in the NFL.
Yep. And that's why I said you gotta go somewhere that's. Hey, I'm sorry. I dropped something.
You good?
Y'all know
Talk,
I
bro.
live.
We can hear you.
Hey, listen. That's why if I'm. That's why I said if I'm Cavante Turpin, I gotta find somewhere that's gonna utilize me because I'm basically playing for my last and only great contract, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I gotta be somewhere. Like, don't get me wrong, bruh. The only thing about Dallas is you could play in Dallas and be done with it, and they'll forget about you, bruh. Because he ain't made it really enough plays to get that love like that.
Yeah, that is crazy when you think about it. But matter of fact, let me look at his contract. And we were talking about how cheap the Dallas Cowboys were and why they keep going back to the UFL. Like I said, all this stuff will be held against you coming out, so you're not going to sign no decent money. So let me look at his contract. So Cavante Turpin signed a 3-year, $2.5 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys.
That is nothing.
Yeah, so he makes under $1 million a year. He makes under $1 million a year.
Bro, he makes under $700,000 a year. What are you talking about?
Man, don't be like that. I know you be. I
Think
know that
about
you
this.
be doing your taxes.
Lamar Jackson just lost what he makes a year.
He did 750.
TJ, go let the garage down and go and come out to the front door, please.
Yeah, that shit is
I'm back.
crazy, dog. That's wild. So yeah, like you said, they are notoriously cheap. You're paying a wide receiver really like $800,000. You're paying him like $800,000. Brandon Aubrey is a kicker, so he was never going to get a lot of money any damn way. But let's take a look at Brandon Aubrey. Right, he's the other guy that came in from the UFL. He also signed a 3-year deal, but he signed for 3 years, 2.6. So they both were making under $1 million. Brandon Aubrey was an All Pro for you, right? He was an All Pro for you. Cavante Turpin was a Pro Bowl returner for you. So yeah, hey, my boy Nick Marine Burnett paid to say something stupid, so we'll read the stupid comment. Real talk, Cowboys would be lucky to win 8 games. It's going to be a rough year. I'm not sure how you believe that when the Dallas Cowboys play the Giants twice, the Commanders twice, the Saints, all these guys. The Dallas Cowboys are probably going to still win 12 to 14 games. Let's keep it real.
Hey,
Dallas
I'll
Cowboys.
tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. McMahon Burnett, $5 super chat. Appreciate you for it. I don't know about 8 games, but if you would have said 10, I would have fought for you. Because I do see a way that the Cowboys only squeak out with 10 because, man, the Cowboys are taking a lot of chances and risks. And something else we're also doing that we haven't done is we're trying to do all this on 1 year deal, man. Like last year, everybody was all contracted out. Everybody knew they were going to be back next year. You have your offensive coordinator, your head coach, your quarterback, your wide receiver, your tight end, and your running back all on 1 year deals right now. Those are all gambles that we're hoping are going to pan out. But I'm gonna tell you this right now: if an injury, and then you got to think, we don't even know where the major injury is going to happen because every year somebody gets a major injury in Dallas.
Yep, it's football. Folks going to get hurt.
That's football, bro. I ain't even wishing it on. Hey, listen to me. Every team has a major injury. You just don't hear about them. Why? Because you're not a Vikings fan. You know what I'm saying? But every team has a like. Listen, and I just thought of Vikings off the top of my head. They had Jefferson missed 7 games.
Kirk
That's
Cousins,
major.
Kirk Cousins tore his damn leg up. He didn't play most of the season. Joe
And that's cra-
Burrow,
hey,
Joe
that's crazy
Burrow
because
got
I
hurt.
literally hey, listen to me. I literally just said a random team off the top of my head. Like I just said a random team, and there go 2 major injuries right there.
Yep, that you think of at the real day season. Joe Burrow getting hurt for them. Then you think about the Cleveland Browns. They had Chubb get hurt. They had Deshaun Watson get hurt again. They had to bring in Joe Flacco to lead them. The Giants. Their
Chubb get
quarterback
hurt.
got hurt. Daniel Jones, and he wasn't good anyway, but Daniel Jones got hurt. So, like everybody deals with injuries. Our injury last year was Trayvon Diggs. Like our major injury was our all pro cornerback Trayvon Diggs. And before then it was hold on. Is this the most
Well,
nefarious man in the world sliding
who
in
was
on
who
here?
was our major injury in 20 the year before? Diggs.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, I was
What's
gonna say
going
Dak
on?
Prescott.
Man, I know landlord reporting live from a secret location, man. What you got going, bro?
I'm reporting live from a secret bunker. You know what I'm saying? So don't say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just pretend like nothing is going on. Let's keep it going.
Man, landlord is human trafficking as we speak, man. Just pray for
Don't say
everybody.
that. That's not true, people.
Let's
Disclaimer.
pray for everybody he sends to the Diddy parties.
I have no access to that party at all. I
You
don't
didn't
want
go,
nothing to
but
do
you
with
said
that
you
part.
you you
Hey,
didn't
I
go,
want
but you
y'all to
referred
know
some
that
people.
the reason why I'm smoking weed. I'm just being honest with you. I ain't trafficking nobody. I'm smoking weed. I'm gonna be honest with you. If y'all gonna knock me off, then
Hey,
knock me off for what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm smoking. I'm
hey,
not trafficking nobody. Here
I'm
go it right
definitely
here.
not
that
doing
is so
anything
damn
like
funny.
that.
Landlord, hey, Wesco had to show his face for real. He's like, hell no.
Hey,
But
you
what's
know it's
going
bad
on, man?
when you admit to a lesser crime.
Yeah,
Like,
I
listen
listen
to
to
me,
a
man.
lesser
We was
crime.
just robbing people, bro. We wasn't trying to kill nobody.
And
We was gonna give them all their stuff back too.
he said,
Exactly, exactly. What's happening, everybody?
hey, your boy landlord Nick Marine hit you with another $5 super. He said you get what you pay for. Discount player is not a recipe for the Super Bowl. Well, yeah, but
That's true.
I put it to you like this: discount players, you can't go cheap on your premium players. Like there's some places that you can be cheap at. It's just Dallas Cowboys want to be cheap everywhere. Like
Mm.
Dallas
And
Cowboys have positions like defensive tackle that already don't make a lot of money, and they go cheap, even cheaper there. You know
hey,
what
you
They
I
know
mean?
went
what
cheap
else?
at
And you know
running
what
back.
else?
Yep.
Hey, you know what else too? It's like this. I'm gonna give you guys an example, right? I go cheap on my t-shirts. You wanna know why? I'll go to Walmart. I got a bunch of Walmart Gravity t-shirts, bro. It's a company called Gravity. They make blank, right, random shirts, bro. Random shirts. The company's called Gravity. It's a company made by Walmart. The shirts are $15, right? But I spend $300-400 on my tennis shoes, and I spend $300-400 on my jeans. But I have a $15 t-shirt on real quick. Moral of the story is, as long as you got a bunch of expensive stuff around some cheap stuff, that cheap stuff will look expensive. But you
It's
can't have a
still
bunch
gonna
of
look
cheap
good.
stuff. It's gonna look good because you ain't gonna be able to tell because you're gonna see my Jordans first. You just
And
gonna
then you gonna
assume,
see
oh yeah,
that
these some.
jewelry too, so the t-shirt ain't even gonna matter. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
that's the hey. Listen to me. If I'm wearing my necklaces, I promise you, I got an $8 t-shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Because
He
why?
said,
Why I need to
"Promise you,
buy a
I got."
Gucci t-shirt on if I got a necklace on? That don't make no sense. You're not even looking at the shirt.
You see
So
the
the moral of
money.
the
You see
story
the
is
money.
you can be cheap. You just can't be cheap across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
On my mama, which is real as
Exactly.
hell.
So
Like when Big
he
Mama
said
was
it perfect.
cooking, Big Mama may not have got the good the good this, but she got good butter. She didn't get that cheap sugar. You know what I mean? There's some stuff we can't cut corners on.
Hey,
Yeah, and
Land,
especially yo,
I was gonna say, did you hear what we were talking about before you came in?
no, I didn't.
So,
I kind of got a glimpse of the conversation right now though.
Hey
you know,
Henny, hey put the comments up since both of our cameras are off.
uh, shit, good luck with that. I don't know.
But I was just about to speak on how he was talking about the importance of actually valuing some of these positions. Like I said, you remember we had that epic debate, Wes. You probably don't
Yeah,
even
I know.
remember.
Last
We
year.
had an epic debate, yeah. And now you see what I mean. You gotta be cheap at
I knew what you
something.
meant then. I knew what
Yeah,
you meant then.
you just want to argue with me, huh? But look, you can't be expensive everywhere, but you also can't be cheap everywhere. That's the problem we don't like. Like we can't be cheap at defensive tackle year after year after year after year. You know, that's an
And then
important
complain about
position.
not stopping the run.
Yeah, like you can't have both. That's like buying some $10 shoes and then complain about people cracking on you. Like, bruh, you knew what you was getting yourself into. So I mean, it seems like at one point in time the Cowboys would be mature enough to be like, hey, let's go to Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? They got a Jordan drop tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be there early. You feel me? And go ahead and get some good quality product. But
Hey, and
we do that
landlord,
in
you
a
know what
couple
else Foot Locker
positions
got?
though.
You know what else Foot
What?
Locker got? They
What?
got layaway, bruh. You ain't even you. They
True.
got take home layaway. You can put these Jordans on layaway for the next 6 years, bruh. As long as you keep them clean. Listen to me, bruh. As long as it say Jordan on the side and not Warden, or Jordan's, as long as Jordan's dunking and not shooting a layup, meaning they real Jordans, bro, you can wear Jordans with any outfit at any time, at any point. They ain't even got a
Exactly.
match. They ain't even got a match. So what I'm saying is, if you're looking at these players like CeeDee Lamb is, I'm not gonna say CeeDee Lamb because y'all can't disagree. If I say CeeDee, if I say Jordan, if I say Dak, y'all the whole conversation gonna go crazy. We can all agree that right now, CeeDee Lamb is at least who has a pair of tennis shoes in the NBA. CeeDee Lamb is he's at least Giannis, right? He's at least Giannis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Giannis got a pair of shoes called the Freaks. They $200. If you want them shoes, you can pay the $200 right now and be broke, or you can pay $50 for the next 4 years and still have the shoes. All you got to do is keep them clean.
True.
Bruh, CeeDee Lamb, sign him for 4 years, just keep him clean. And he's in 4 years, he's going to look just as good.
Yo, so they have a question for y'all. Miss Regina Green, because Amari Cooper is holding out, if y'all don't know. But she
Mm-hmm.
said, "Do you think the Dallas Cowboys should trade one of our safeties and Trey Lance to the Browns to get Amari Cooper?"
No, because they're not going to do it.
I know they're not. Hey, I didn't ask you what would they do it. I asked you should they do it.
I mean, if you can
Yes,
get
they
Amari
should.
Cooper back, hell yeah. Under any circumstance, you can get Amari Cooper back outside of. I mean, you can't give up more than a fifth because you already gave. You know what I mean? You got a fifth. I don't know, man. But
Yeah,
the
it was
answer
a
is
bad
yes.
trade. It was a bad trade, Wes. So like,
In a perfect world, yes. Hell yeah.
I do
True.
it. I do it. We should have never got rid of him. And yes, hey, I see you in the chat box, bro. Yes, we should sign Dak Prescott. Dak
I
Prescott
said
should have
that.
been signed.
I said
Yeah,
that
Dak,
on
listen,
Twitter. I said, man, I don't want to get the people upset, so I won't say what I said on Twitter. But I said
I
I
know
would
what you said.
definitely, I would definitely go get Brent. Well, I almost told him myself. I'd definitely go get Amari Cooper, bro. I would.
But
Eh,
this the thing I say about Cooper though. This is the thing I say about Cooper. Would I go get Amari Cooper? Hell yeah, I would go get Amari Cooper if this was like a monopoly league where we didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? But you got to think. Whenever someone's holding out, my question is, why are they holding out? Right? Amari Cooper's not holding out because he wants less money. Amari
Want more
Cooper's
money?
holding out because he wants more money. Now think about this, right? Think about this. Think about this I want everybody to go to the Cowboys Twilight world, right? Twilight world. Imagine if you would have never traded Amari Cooper. He would not be complaining about his contract until this year. That means you would have had Amari Cooper last year and the last 2 years for
and we
cheap.
really never got to
For
actually even
cheap.
experience those three wide receivers together for real.
I
Like
but
how
but
many
but but
games
landlord, but
was it
landlord,
we?
but think about what I said though. Amari Cooper's been on that contract for almost 3-4 years. He's not even complaining about it till now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Somebody said we know what you said on Twitter, landlord.
I seen it.
Hey, don't do that.
He said he would trade Brandon Cooks any day of the week for Amari Cooper, and I agree with the man.
I
Right
would
now,
too.
straight up.
Right now I would.
Good day, sir.
That's not a fair trade
Sorry.
though. That's not a fair trade though.
Nah, and listen, Amari Cooper's younger as well, so you know it also goes with that. Like, and Brandon Cooks is probably not going to sign back with Dallas anyway. He's a free agent.
You want
Speaking
to
of
know the
which,
crazy thing about it?
what's
We
that?
paid the same amount that we gave up a Cooper for.
I know, I know, but
What you mean?
hey,
Say it again.
we paid the same amount. Gave up a fifth round pick to get Brandon Cooks, and we only got a fifth round pick for Amari Cooper. So they both were like equal.
The
Yeah.
same compensation. Yikes. And look, hold on. Before we move on, this is going to be one quick statement. Does that mean that the Joneses actually admitted they were wrong? They
Of
just
course
took a
not.
long time to do it?
No, it does. They ain't
But
admitted
did
they
the
was
Cowboys
wrong.
say that they were interested? Did the Cowboys say they were interested in him?
Nope,
No, what I'm
not at all.
saying is by their actions, it seems like they admitted that they were wrong. Because if they felt good about letting Cooper go for a fifth, they wouldn't need to get Brandon Cooks for a fifth. You see what I'm saying? They
I
would
mean, I
that
think,
wide receiver
yeah.
situation would have been okay already.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Waiting for the Joneses and waiting for your baby mama is two people I don't ever think in life are gonna admit they was wrong. We just going to take they. We just going to have to.
Read
You
between
know
the
what I mean?
lines.
We
Look,
just
I
going
was
to, like
trying
I
to
say,
throw him a
read between
bone.
the
I
lines.
was trying to throw him a bone for once. You know, I be on their top. I was trying to see could we just say that they admitted they was wrong a little bit, but
No.
nah, it took them
I
like
mean,
3 years to do it. So
yeah, I mean, think about this. Everything that's business related about Amari Cooper didn't work out. Even like think about this. You gave up a first round pick. That means the next year your second round pick was going to be the focal point of your draft. Well, who did we draft with the second round pick in the very next year?
Tristan Hill.
Tristan Hill. Did he work out?
No.
No. We even fired the coach that we kept a year to coach him.
Yep.
unfortunately,
Nothing around that scenario worked out in the
Nothing
favor of the Dallas
around Amari
Cowboys.
Cooper was successful except for what? Amari Cooper. So I think that is the proof that the Cowboys was wrong. Like the Cowboys tried to do so much stuff to try to get the best out of it. I remember Stephen Jones literally saying that Amari Cooper was our first round pick. So that means you gave up Amari Cooper and didn't get a first round pick that year. That's crazy. So yeah, I think history and life has shown us that they were wrong. They ain't never got to admit it. They was
And
wrong.
Will, and Will Robinson, you cannot ever, 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 ever uh, trade Dak Prescott because he has a no trade clause. So Dak Prescott cannot be traded. So it doesn't really matter. Besides, who is going to trade for Dak right now when they can just wait and sign him as a free agent next year?
true.
There's no reason to rush. Like you can be bad. You can be bad as hell this year. Get a very good draft pick. Sign Dak Prescott as a free agent. Pair that draft pick. It could be a offensive lineman, a wide receiver, whatever it is. You know, bring that in and pair with him. And why would Dak agree to that?
Timeout.
Also,
The only thing that'll work for the team that'll be trading for him is that they won't have to compete with nobody. So that'll be one good thing about it. Like
Yeah,
if he in free agency here, they'll have to compete with the market and every other team.
I'm
yeah,
just
but
saying.
also,
I'm
but think
just
about
saying. Why would Dak Prescott waive his no trade clause and go to a team with diminished resources because they had to trade away a bunch of assets to get him? Dak
True.
Prescott would want to go somewhere where he can
yeah,
compete
and think
immediately.
about and think about this. What team right now is able? Because you got to think like this. This is the number one thing we got to understand about the trade. The Dallas Cowboys would not be trading Dak Prescott, a player they don't want. They're just disagreeing on a number. Like, listen to me. I think they could agree on a number way faster than they could agree to just separate and move on. That's a huge like Jerry like shoot. We just trying to come up with 50. With 50 million. He want 54. That we can come up with a compromise before I go look for a whole new trade partner. Because you got to think like this: if you go trade for Dak Prescott, what are you asking for? Because you're not asking for anything that someone can use this year. You want to know why? Because the draft is already over. So I'm gonna ask you this: a team that's out there that's willing to trade, and I believe there's teams that will trade for Dak because I believe there are teams that will trade him, will instantly sign him because they've done it before. They'll trade Dak and then they'll instantly sign him to a mega contract. So I believe it is a team that'll do it, right? But you got to think like this. If you're a quarterback, I mean, if you're a team trading for Dak, you want what Dak is giving the Cowboys right now. And you know what that is? Instant success and playoff runs. If you got to trade half your team to get him, how do you do that?
True.
And if you're Dak, why would you want to be traded to a team like that has nothing? Listen, they gave up everybody to get you. Now you're on the team by yourself.
I got one
The
reason
only
why he
team that I can,
would.
well, oh,
A huge bag, but I don't think Dak moves
But
like
think
that.
about this. But think about this, landlord. He's gonna get the bag regardless. That's not the. That's listen to me. The question is not who is Dak gonna get a bag. Dak is going to get a bag. Think about this. The Dallas Cowboys are trying to tell Dak they don't want him, even though they gave him $59 million. Landlord, I don't give a damn. I can tell you I hate you all I want to, but if I cash app you $59 million, we cool, bruh.
Facts. That's my dog
We
right there.
cool, bruh.
And
Forever.
We
and
cool.
nobody better not say nothing to him.
Thank you, bro. Listen to me. Thank you, bro. You better not say nothing, bro. You know what I'm
And we
saying?
stepping
Because
about that. We spinning about that. You know what
yes,
I'm
because
saying?
guess what? Because if you ask the Cowboy Nation, well, what do the Cowboys actions show about Dak? Their actions don't say that they don't want Dak. Their actions say that they don't want him to be the highest paid quarterback. But their actions show that they do want him. You want to know why? Because they allowed him to sign a contract that had no trade contract and no franchise tag. The Cowboys had to sign that. Listen to me. Jerry had to sign that contract too. And I know for a fact Jerry read it. So why would Jerry Jones stick himself in a position where he's almost stuck with Dak?
If he want him, you
Because
can't be
he
stuck.
wants him.
You can't be
He
stuck with
does want him.
you can't be stuck with somebody that you want. If you want to be there, you're not stuck. But just where
Like,
you
think
want to
about
be.
this. As soon as Houston and all that stuff start talking crazy, what had happened? What did Houston and Deshaun Watson do? Sat down and said, we going to mutually agree that it's best that you go somewhere else. Because even though you might beat this, they going to hate you in this city. You got to go. He waived it. He out of there. Bruh, if the Cowboys, listen to me, there hasn't even been, listen, there's been many, many rumors, but there has not been one rumor that the Dallas Cowboys have asked Dak to waive his trade clause. Not a one.
You ain't
You want to
heard
know
no
why?
talk like that.
You want to know why? Because that's reckless talk.
Listen. If you hear anything about that and Dak even thinking about it, it's over for Dak. Like Dak is done with y'all. Like he's sick of y'all. That's what
Mm-hmm.
that'll mean. If Dak even if he even entertain a conversation, he is absolutely done with the Cowboys. Like he is sick of y'all altogether.
That's why
That's
you don't
what
even
we'll
want to
know.
bring it up, bro. That's why you don't even want to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, listen to me. If Dak is entertaining waiving his trade clause, in my head, that's the same way I feel about Zack Martin saying that he's possibly thinking about retiring next year. Honestly, I hope Zack Martin has a good year, but I'm just saying, I don't know how Zack Martin's going to play in a season where he's telling himself and the world, this is my last year. Because I know how people is on their final week of work. I know how they is. That's why I don't believe in 30-day notices. Your ass is out of here. You quitting? You out of here. I ain't taking it personal. You know what I'm saying? You go on. I ain't tripping. I'm not
I
even
wish we
tripping.
would have told Dan Quinn that, but you know, that's another story for another day.
Because exactly, landlord explained that, and that's Dan Quinn knew he was leaving, bruh. And look what the end results were.
It was horrible,
It was
horrid.
horrible. That's what
I
you get
still
when you
got some
check out
smoke
in
for
the
Dan
NFL.
Quinn, bro. I still got smoke for Dan Quinn, bro. I feel like he
Man,
was malicious, bro. I'm sorry. Like everybody saying, I don't think that man, that was bad. Dan looked like he just botched that game on purpose to me, bro. Like the more and more I look at that game on film, like after I wipe all the tears away, like it started getting clearer and clearer to me that Dan
man, hold
Quinn
on, landlord.
was
Can,
very
Man,
malicious
even
in
if
that
he
game.
didn't botch the game,
hold
he
on.
was checked
Can I
out,
just say?
bro.
Can I just say this?
Go ahead.
That man did not call a play and say leave this nigga open. That was
Yes, he
not
did.
that
He
was not a
did.
defense that he called. He
He
did not
did.
say, "Hey, don't cover the tight end at all." That was
He
not a play
did.
that was not a play that he called.
Yes, he
Now,
did, bro.
I no, he didn't. Were you in the huddle?
Yep.
Also, the biggest critique that I have with Dan Quinn is the same critique that I've had with him the entire time that he been here. Match your damn personnel. You see these guys staying in 12 and 21 personnel. Why are you flooding the field with safeties and corners?
Hen,
Hey,
don't that sound
HCM,
like somebody
HCM.
that's not doing their job here?
But he
That's
It
the
does
whole
sound like
he's
problem.
somebody.
done.
Hey,
He did
HCM,
it all year.
hey, listen to me. I gotta say something real quick though, because this is where I gotta lean more toward landlord. I don't think I'm in the middle. I don't believe he botched the game on purpose, but I do believe he was checked out, and I believe just like when I'm checked out in these games, in these flag football games, sometimes I do dumb stuff, bruh. And I sit back and I be like, dang, why did I do that? You know why I did that? Because I was trying to get the next down. So I'm gonna tell you this right here. This is the reason why I believe Dan Quinn was checked out. Because, bro, there was zero halftime adjustments, bro. We
Facts.
got worse in the second half, bro. Like,
Man,
we got worse. We gave up 4 touchdowns and we gave up more points after halftime.
listen,
Like, there was no adjustments.
every single thing that happened in the regular season happened in that game. It was just
But bro, you
magnified.
could have at least changed the
Hold on,
coverage.
hold
You
on.
could have at least changed.
They did change the coverage. They were in zone. They played a little bit more man in the second half. They tried. They just were sorry. But my next point of contention with this is this. You knew that this team couldn't stop any team with a pulse all damn year. When you played a team with a winning record, they 30 balled you basically. They did it every single year. That's why every single game this season, just about. That's why you got into the shootout with the damn Seattle Seahawks, who couldn't even score points for most of the season.
But
That's
let me
you.
see.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me finish
Go
my
ahead.
train of thought.
I'm
Like
trying to see. I ain't know you finished the matter. So go
nah,
ahead.
you good. You good. Just because your ass is in that secret location, your Wi-Fi is a little slow, and you can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you probably buffering in that cave you in. You was in the same
Don't
cave that Osama bin Laden was in. But
don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. Secondly, you knew you couldn't stop the run all year, all damn year anyway. You couldn't stop the run. You couldn't stop good teams from scoring, and you couldn't stop motion to save your life. It just came to a head in the biggest. Listen, these guys know all your flaws. They had 17 games of film study and preparation to prepare for this matchup. We're not the only one with millionaire defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. They knew we had issues with motion. They knew we couldn't stop the run. They knew we didn't match personnel, and they knew that they could score points against us. It just happened in the biggest game of the season, but nothing happened out of the norm, outside of us coming out in zone. And we knew that were going to be crazy the moment we decided to play Stephon Gilmore, even though he should have set his ass down. Now,
Okay.
there's some things that we can argue about. Like, he should have never played. They probably should have just had a backup out there playing man what they knew. But all those things that went wrong in that game, we've seen it all season.
Okay. That I mean, I get what you're saying. You saying that's basically us, but like, don't you supposed to improve? But that ain't even my point. I don't like how Dan Quinn moved after the fact. Like, you ever had a disagreement with somebody and then like y'all ain't beefing, y'all cool, but y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just had a disagreement. Then next thing you know, it seemed like y'all beefing. You know what I'm saying? Like he mugging when he see you. You mugging when you like he clutching, you clutching. Like, look, y'all just had a simple disagreement, but now all of a sudden he moving like an op. Did Dan Quinn not move like an op, bro? He did everything to bring this team down when he left, bro. This dude, not even. I understand. I give you that, bro. You a defensive coach. Okay, take some of your defensive coaches with you. That's a given. This dude started aiming at the offensive side of the ball, bro. What you got to do with our offense, bro? Like, what are you trying to get our tight end coach for? Like, what that got to do with you? That's up, baby, bro. Up behind you. On that, you go and get, and you trying to get Al Harris. Like, bro, is he not moving like an op
Was he
now?
supposed to, though? Was he not
Look,
supposed to get his
he
own
was
boys?
not supposed to touch the offensive side of the ball. No, that's up. That's malicious. The defense, you can have the defense. That's your side of the ball. I understand that. That comes with the territory. But for you to be trying to transition and go over to the offensive side of the ball, sir, you moving funny, bro. Now we had a disagreement, and now when I see you at the stoplight, you clutching and mugging. You know what I'm saying? He moving like an op, man.
Man, I ain't know about studying Dan Quinn. We're gonna beat him both times we play him this year. That's besides the point. All I'm saying is the man did not do himself any favors in no interviews, getting blown out and beaten the way that he did. I'm just saying, I don't think the man purposely threw the game. You could say, like, hey, maybe he did too much multitasking trying to get ready for this job, and it was too much on his plate. You could say that, but I don't think that he was like, fuck the Dallas Cowboys, finna burn this bitch down on the way out.
He was already going to an op team, so why not?
Hey, I'm just
It
saying.
was in his best interest that we failed. After he knew he was going to be with Washington, it was in his best interest that the Cowboys failed. He don't want nothing good for us. For all the people that still rocking with Dan Quinn, just know he hates your guts right now, okay? Dan Quinn can't stand you, all right? So I say screw him because he's an op now, all right?
Hey, can you hear me?
Just remember that.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what I was going to say. I now see it now. I got to kind of disagree with landlord just a little bit, just a tidbit, because I believe like this. Once you are a head coach at another team, you're supposed to get guys because nobody got mad at Dan Quinn when he was bringing guys to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do. That's what Mike McCarthy did. Like, that's what all coaches do. Like, to be honest with you, that is actually good business. Like, I remember I got a job at T-Mobile. Damn, I didn't say the name. I sued them and I wasn't supposed to say their name.
He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing.
But listen, I got
We
a
gonna edit
job.
it out.
Yeah, I got a job, right? And
And
I was a
Verizon
district
Wireless,
manager.
right?
And listen to me. I was a district manager. It's the first time I ever became a district manager. And what I did is, honestly, man, I called all my best sales reps from my old company and I offered them manager jobs at my new company because my mindset was thinking like this. Yeah, they've never been managers before, but they all know me. They all know how I roll. And so it's like I can teach them how to be managers, you know what I'm saying? But how I move and shake things like that on the move, because, when people hire you, they want success right now. They're not waiting until, third quarter to see success. They want success right now. You know what I'm
See if
saying?
you
So
can
I was thinking,
develop.
right now. So it's like, but I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna keep it real. When they need success right now, you don't have time to develop. That's why I went and got some homies because I knew for a fact these dudes know how to sell. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
ask you a question though, Wes? Because I understand that. But the only
Go,
thing is, Dan didn't only get his
TJ.
guys.
Let Kyron
In
use
that
your
story,
gloves first.
Wes only got his guys.
Nah, bro.
I don't
Listen to
have a
me. When
problem
you're
with
a
that.
free,
Dan
listen to me.
went and
When you're
tried
a,
to get other people guys too. He went
that's
after
how.
Mike McCarthy guys too.
But listen to me. That's well, guess what? Is that really a Mike McCarthy guy? If Mike McCarthy ain't even trying to pay you, like, what is you talking? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Mike McCarthy had no ability to pay me. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the difference, though. You can be a Mike McCarthy friend, or you can be a Dan Quinn friend. Dan Quinn is now a head coach. Mike McCarthy is a head coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't even know who owned the Washington Commanders now, but I know Jerry Jones runs everything in Dallas. So
It's
it's
a
like, who really
conglomerate of
has more?
people. It's a
But you got
conglomerate,
to
I
think like
believe.
this. If you were a person who's even I'm pretty sure Mike McCarthy was probably like, bro, if you trying to get paid, go to Washington, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, you see what we dealing with over here, man. You see what we dealing over here. Friends
And
are gonna
a landlord. You also got to remember, Dan Quinn spent more time with the defensive people than Mike McCarthy did. I know that they initially came there for Mike, but Dan Quinn been here was there for 3 years, working probably day and night with these people.
tie your shoes.
You don't think they got close in that time frame? It's not
I
like they were
gave him the
strangers.
defensive players, bro. My problem is the offensive players he was going after, and the
Man,
Who?
offensive coaches he was going after.
nobody.
Like
Listen to
who?
me.
He tried to
Nobody
get
is.
Linda Wells. He went after
So
Linda
yeah, but he
Wells.
was gonna. But think about this. He's getting these people and giving them more money. Like, bro, like, you don't listen to me. You stay. I'm sorry, you cannot stay loyal to the Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy don't even got a deal. He on a 1-year contract. You be loyal to a dude and he loses his job. And you don't even know where Mike McCarthy going next year. If I'm a Mike McCarthy dude, I'm telling you, bro, you need to go to Commanders. Why? Because you're gonna be there 3 years. I don't even know if I'm gonna be here next year. And think about this: I've been in the playoffs 3 years straight, and I don't even know if I'm gonna have a job next year.
Shit, things go bad. He might not finish out the season. Imagine the Dallas Cowboys don't start well.
I ain't gonna
Like
lie,
that.
bro. That'll be such a dumb mistake. But we'll see.
Oh, it's
That'll be
dumb.
so dumb, bro. I promise
You're
you.
talking about the
Like
Dallas
your coach
Cowboys.
go 12-5, 3 years straight, and then he have a bad start after you didn't really even do a whole lot, and you fired him, bro. That'll be so dumb. And then this is second year running the offense, bro. Like that'll be the dumbest. Oh, go ahead, bro. That'll be
Nah,
so dumb, bro.
listen, I'm not saying that they should. I'm just saying it could happen. They do things we don't agree with all the damn time. Like I think Mike McCarthy hasn't gotten a fair shake since he's been in Dallas. We're being honest.
He
And I
ain't.
and listen, I will keep Mike. I keep that. I keep listen. I know people be talking about the salary cap and not being able to pay everybody. Why are the Dallas Cowboys the only team with that problem? I just seen the Eagles sign a $50 million quarterback. They re-signed a tight end. They re-signed both wide receivers. They re-signed a offensive lineman. They having a blast right now re-signing people. But we up here
Somebody just
concerned.
said go turds. Dang,
Hey,
that's a weird mascot for a team. That's weird.
that is
Wow.
crazy, man.
Y'all are the what y'all the flying turds or the flipping turds? What it gotta be an action after the before that, right? Not
All right.
just turds.
Might be the fighting turd. They might be trying to fight their way out the toilet.
The fighting turds. That's wild.
Man. But yeah, man. But we never actually discussed the people the Dallas Cowboys brought in. You know what I'm saying? Like we
True.
got a little sidetrack, but it's all good. So let's start, man. So the
Did
Dallas
I come
Cowboys.
in and mess up everything, man? My bad.
No, nah. Listen. When we on here, we be making good points and it segues. Like I was finna talk about it, and I started talking about Cavante Turpin being going to be 29 years old next year, but in August, and how the Dallas Cowboys are cheap and why Cavante Turpin probably needs to go somewhere to get his money. You know
True.
what I'm saying? Because this is going to be probably his only contract. Hey, and Antonio, you can stay because you took that on the chin. He just put the
Yeah,
laughing
yeah,
emojis.
yeah. I flamed him up. You got, hey, he know that was funny. He had to
Yeah, he
go on
cool.
there.
Yeah,
That
he
was,
cool.
yeah,
Shout out to Antonio Hernandez, man.
yeah. We rocking with him.
But yeah, man. So let's start, and let's start with this. Let's start with this one. So we brought in a cornerback from the DC Defenders, DeAndre Baker. Right, he worked out with the Dallas Cowboys today. He's a former first round pick for the divisional rivals New York Giants. So if you know the name, it's like, damn, that's familiar. He was a first round pick by the New York Giants back in 2019. Why he's not a Giant no more? He was extra nefarious. He was hanging with landlord.
Yikes.
He was hanging with landlord one night and they robbed some people.
Wait a minute now. That's not true.
Landlord
Disclaimer.
was there. Landlord was
Disclaimer.
there.
I had nothing to do with that, you know.
Yeah, so like he
Isnay on the Ishnay. That's all I'm saying.
he ended up with a charge. It didn't work out. He wasn't playing well. On top of that, ended up going to the Chiefs, and now he went over there to the UFL, and now he's trying to get back into the NFL. So that's the rundown with DeAndre Baker. About 5'11", about 190 pounds. I got to remember where he came from. I'm trying to remember what college that he played at. But this is the thing. Like the man is a former first round pick. A lot of people live out that their entire lives. He hasn't had that ability to because of the off field stuff that happened. It hasn't worked out with him. And listen, you can say whatever you want about the Giants. The Giants were not a good team. You went to the Chiefs and couldn't make it work.
Mm.
You couldn't make it work on the Chiefs, a team with championship ambitions. You could not go over there and make it work, and you end up getting waived. Matter of
And
fact,
Kansas City is mostly surrounded by nothing but football. Like that's what the whole city made up of, football. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So matter of fact, it said that 2020 when this happened, he was arrested for armed robbery, aggravated assault with a firearm. He was also, this is crazy. He was with Quinn Dunbar from the Seattle Seahawks when this shit went down. So I don't really know what happened. I don't know if it actually stuck. I don't know what the hell they were doing for this to happen. But that's in the past. It is. Oh, he played at Georgia, so he's an SEC corner. All right, so that's wild. So what are your thoughts about him? Do any of y'all know this boy? Do any of y'all know
Nah,
anything about this young man?
that name sounds familiar, but I can't remember him though. That
Like I
name
can't.
sounds familiar, but him being a SEC baby, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
have to go
very
look and
interesting.
see. Yeah.
He had to have played pretty well in college to get to become a first round pick. Matter of fact, let me see. So he has seven. Coming out of college, he had 7 career interceptions. He was a consensus All American in 2018, and he also won the Jim Thorpe Award. And his name in the memory of Jim Thorpe is awarded to the top defensive back in college football. So in 2018, he was perceived as being the best cornerback in college football. I'm not sure why it didn't pan out in the NFL. I'm not sure if it's mental. I wasn't sure if he didn't put the work in, maturity. I'm not really sure what happened and why he couldn't get in the NFL and stick with all the talent that he had. And yes, I do remember Amari Cooper scoring a touchdown on him. I do remember that.
So, yeah.
So
The Giants don't do too well drafting cornerbacks, seem like.
from their track record, it don't. They're not seem like they've had any kind of luck with corners.
They do good with safeties, but they trade them away.
Right. He said, coming from Georgia, you have to be nice. And he was a first rounder. That's a double down. Yeah, I know, man. That's crazy. There's a lot of guys that come to the NFL and never live up to the expectations that they have. You know what I mean? Like, think about what was the boy named Jeff Okuda. Think about Jeff Okuda, how they hyped that man up, and he's really been bouncing around the NFL trying to find himself.
I ain't gonna cap that. I like him. He played a hell of a game against us. That was one game though. But hey, he balled out against us. If he could be that player on a consistent basis, he'll be a gangster, bro. No lie.
Man, it be like that sometimes, though, man. I don't know. It's crazy. I think we played Jeff Okuda this year. Am I mistaken? But Jeff Okuda with the Atlanta Falcons now? I think he's with the Atlanta Falcons.
You talking about we play them this year? I about to say we didn't play the Falcons last year, dude.
Nah, we didn't play the Falcons last year. No, he's on that defense. We're gonna play this year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to fact check that shit. All right. So let's move on to the next person. He's a former first round pick. We'll watch and listen. We still got Al Harris, right? So for these corners that are coming in, and I say corners because there's more than one. They got something that they never had. You know what I'm saying? They got one of the best defensive back coaches in the National Football League that will be working with them hands on. So all these guys will get good coaching if they come to Dallas. I'm not saying that they're going to develop at the Pro Bowl, all pro corners, none of that shit. I'm just saying if you pair with Al Harris, you might get the best version of them, whatever that may be. So let's move along to the next guy that's supposedly been out here. All right. So according to Tom Downey, if y'all ain't been following him on any social media sites, make sure y'all do so. Insider, always dropping good, informative information. He said 2 additional reported UFL workouts today for the Dallas Cowboys. The before mentioned DeAndre Baker and linebacker Noah Dawkins. So this is the second linebacker that I've heard of the Dallas Cowboys bringing in. Of course, we heard about Willie Harvey Jr. last year. And as you see, he's in a Jets jersey. He's been in the NFL before. So let me get some background information on Noah, because I don't know nothing about this man. I'm going into this blind. So let me just Google Noah Dawkins.
Nothing. I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I'm gonna let you get into him, but should we be a little concerned
About
with all
what?
this linebacker attention?
Dallas Cowboys got 4 open spots on that for people they can bring into camp. So instead of just not using them, I guess they're gonna fill them.
Okay, I just don't want to be thinking badly about my linebackers this early. So
I mean, they're bringing in 2 corners too. I mean, we don't have questions about our cornerback depth. We still like Trey. We just want to be healthy. We still like Bland. We still like Jordan Lewis as the slot. So we don't have questions at corner. We drafted a corner. We got a corner we drafted last year before then, and they're still bringing in two corners for the hell of it to see if something sticks. Like
we need to be bringing in the best defensive tackle in the UFL.
They should have.
The top 2. We need to be bringing in the top 2 defensive tackles in the USFL. Well, the UFL, whatever it's called.
Yeah, this is UFL now. It used to be the USFL, but they combined with the XFL.
Yeah, because the Birmingham Stallions kept dominating, and Brandon Aubrey got all them rings and stuff. So
I don't remember none of that shit.
They had to do all that. Yeah.
I was too busy watching the double dud championship. That was way more important than watching the Birmingham Stallions. Like who watches them people play?
You just mad because Arkansas ain't got no team, and if they did, they'd be sorry. So continue.
Well, sir, that's just you projecting. It's okay. It's okay for Alabama to be sorry. So Noah Dawkins, let's see. This man played at the Citadel. He was an undrafted free agent. He's only 26 years old, and he is an inside linebacker. He's also played for 1,001 NFL teams. He played for the Cincinnati Bengals on their practice squad. He was on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2019. He was on the New York Jets in 2020 and 2021. He was on the Chicago Bears practice squad as soon as 2022. He ain't been at the NFL long. And he was with the Michigan Panthers last year in the UFL. So he only had a 1-year layover in the UFL. So this is a guy that's been in multiple NFL offseason programs. This is a guy that has some game reps, and he's listed at 6'1", 235 pounds, so he has standard linebacker size. You know, I'm not going to hype or do anything about anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that he is a linebacker. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, Jerry and Jimmy was Razorbacks. They're so old that they actually played on the Razorbacks last championship team back in the 60s. That's how old Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson are. But that's neither here nor there. Also, yes, we did have a quarterback in the NFL, RIP to Ryan Mallett. He passed recently, but shout out to Ryan Mallett, man. He said, yeah, we do got 4 empty slots left. So Noah Dawkins. Let me see if I got some numbers on this man. Cause
You know that dude. Oh,
who?
Jerry Jones was the last time y'all. Good grief. Never mind. Go ahead.
Nah, we ain't talking about that no more. We done moved entirely different subjects. You up here dwelling on the past, landlord. What's wrong with you now?
I'm stuck in the past.
Stuck in the past, man.
Just like y'all success. That's crazy.
Man, did Alabama win last year?
Last year, you see how specific you gotta be?
Nope, not at all. I just asked if they win recently. That's all I asked. They win last year.
Last year.
Oh, so they didn't. So they took their
We the Celtics of college football, sir.
What is that?
We got more rings than all of you sons of guns, you know?
Man, there were 4 people in the league when y'all won them championships. We ain't even finna talk about that.
Y'all just knew I was finna curse then. Y'all know I don't behave like that.
This man got his camera off. He is a super villain. There are lives at stake, and y'all on here playing with this man. Like y'all be for real. Y'all gotta call the police on landlord.
See, look, I knew he was a snitch, y'all. I knew he was a snitch.
If you see something, say something.
I knew he was a snitch, y'all. I knew it.
All right, so his defensive stats from 2020 and 2021. This man ain't played. This man got 2 tackles. This man got 2 tackles for his NFL career. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? No, I'm sorry. He got 3. He got 2 solo and 1 assist. Yeah, I ain't finna play with y'all. But he drowned, man. Ryan Mallett drowned on a family vacation. Listen to me. Hey, listen, y'all ain't finna. This man is endangering America, and y'all up here talking about I'm a snitch. Let this man finna go blow up a building or something. Y'all up here talking about I'm a snitch. Like, landlord.
See, y'all, look.
Listen,
and I'm really disappointed in the trap because y'all just be sitting up there letting him talk about me any kind of way. Listen, and y'all know I don't behave that way. I don't appreciate that.
When he was just in the trap being nefarious, it was cool. He putting everybody's life in danger. You got to call the Avengers down here to stop this man. He said it wasn't Alabama, it was Nick Saban. He said Cowboys are just giving these guys a workout. Well, the Dallas Cowboys track record says they might sign one of these guys. We already seen them sign 2 guys from this league that made the roster and contributed to the Dallas Cowboys. Cavante Turpin played in this league, and he went on to be a Pro Bowler for us. Brandon Aubrey played in this league, and he went on to be an All-Pro for us. So the Dallas Cowboys are going to keep spinning the block on this league until they miss. They miss a couple times, they might back off. But they 2 for 2 right now. They 2 for 2, so they're going to keep shooting their shot until they brick. And you never know. I'm not saying any of these particular guys are going to be Pro Bowlers or All Pros or continue that trend. But the Dallas Cowboys are damn sure going to try and find one. He said, "This the liquor store or the neighborhood watch." Landlord is finna blow the liquor store up. There will not be a liquor store for us, man. Y'all aren't understanding how dangerous this man is. But everything all fun and games till landlord in your neighborhood. He said Turpin was the best in his league. These new guys weren't the best, but that's also not true. Because one of the guys that we brought in made the all UFL team. He made the equivalent to an all pro selection for the Dallas Cowboys. He made an equivalent to an all pro selection. So we're not going to sit here and say that. Right? Matter of fact, this next person, let's move along. Something happened to landlord. You know, somebody seen something and said something, so it looked like he got apprehended live on the channel. Hold on, here you go. Hold on. I was just talking bad about you.
I heard that boy say, y'all don't know how dangerous this man is. This boy act like I'm on American Most Wanted. Listen, I told y'all, I implore y'all, the next time y'all hear him talking about me like this, ask him, what did I do? What did he do? That need to be hashtag, what did landlord do, man? What did he do? Because I don't deserve this type of stuff, man. I'm just a good guy. I told you I was born with a halo over my head. That's how it happened. So I don't know where all this slander and all of this disrespect come from. But hey,
people.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Gosh darn it.
And
see, I don't even curse. I don't even curse.
Why you lying? And Will, I said he made the equivalent. Like he made all UFL. He was like, I'm trying to say, you said that Cavante Turpin was the best one in the league because he won MVP. I'm saying that he was the best linebacker in the league. When we're talking about Willie Harvey Jr. Listen now, I am not. This is not even considered snitching. Like if you seen Thanos in your hood trying to get an Infinity Stone, you ain't gonna say nothing. You just finna let Thanos snap us out of existence. What you trying to tell me? I told you this man is a super villain. He is not no white collar criminal. If he was just doing fraud, selling a little dope, I would never said nothing. He done endangered the planet.
I can't take this no more. Hey, y'all gotta forgive me. This so funny. I'm unprofessional. I'm just laughing. I can't stop laughing. This dude here is crazy. But look,
the devil born with a halo too, man.
hey, Trey, relax now. Don't do me like that. Listen. I am not that diabolical. Okay, don't listen to him, man. I'm a great citizen, law-abiding citizen at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do no wrong anymore. I don't hurt people. I don't do anything like that. You know, we're nice over here. This is a nice trap. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to sell over here, but you can sit down and chill with us. You know, watch TV, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can watch Landlord while he makes weapons of mass destruction. this man over there committing war crimes, and y'all is up here laughing. He said any more. Snitch on this man. Tell on him.
Look, he didn't say I'm a super villain and he be super snitching. So hey, we the super friends around this thing.
He said we the super friends. No, I am doing a public service at this point.
You be super snitching on me. I ain't even did nothing. How you tell on people that ain't did nothing? I hate if I did something around you. Good grief.
The crimes you have committed are so egregious. I got the green light for this one. I got the green light on this one, my boy.
said they go accept you back. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can go back to the neighborhood after snitching on landlord.
They were like, you did good. You done good, son. You done good.
You did the right thing, son.
He was a nuisance. Like, what exactly have I done, man? Now you got me questioning, like, what did I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Am I on some Norman Bates stuff? Like, I wake up and I just did all kind of evil and crime, all kind of carnage and stuff. Like, I don't know. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. How much trouble could you do when you at work every day? How much trouble can you do when you at work all the time? I'll just be chilling, man.
You don't even be at work. That's how I know you lying. See there?
See that? You can't be chill. Like, look,
Mm-mm-mm.
it be your own people, chat. It be your own people, man.
I'm just trying to find out. He said landlord not knowing what he did is hilarious.
That's look, all innocent people don't know what they did. We just be getting blamed for stuff.
Man, he
We
just
be
don't
like, what is
know.
that?
No, that's not it. Landlord just don't know how much I know. It's not that he didn't do anything. He just don't know which crime I'm aware of because he done so many. Like this man, never mind. I'm gonna get off landlord. But anyway, Willie Harvey Jr. We're gonna go back to the content because that's the safest thing to do at this point. Because landlord might have a missile aimed at my house right now. I just need to stop talking. I done went too far. Harvey, who appeared in 4 games with the Browns. You tell me for Martin? Man, tell me what's selling dope. Y'all ain't telling me nothing.
Yes, he was hustling, bro. It was a black building with no name on it. Like, get out of here, boy. What you doing, Tammy? My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you good, man. That was funny as hell. It just said that he appeared in 4 games with the Browns back in 2019 to 2021, and he was the best linebacker in the UFL. He led the league in tackles for loss, passes defended, and forced fumbles. So he went crazy. He said better than 33. We'll see. Listen, if he gets signed, I want to open competition. Nobody. There are select few people. There are select few people on this team that need to be able to sleep good at night.
I was about to say,
damn
can
sure
we
ain't
go?
DeMond Clark.
I was just about to say, bro, can we ask the chat that? Does DeMond Clark deserve a spot on this team? Or should he be, you know what I'm saying, earning his respect out here?
Man, what you mean? Did this man make a Pro Bowl selection?
Yeah, no.
Did he make a Pro? Did he make an All Pro?
Absolutely not.
Did he look a damn fool on the field a lot?
He was barely a pro, not an all pro. He was barely a pro.
So when I seen DeMond Clark play, did I make this reaction?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Did I make that reaction when DeMond Clark was on the field, missing tackles, not filling the hole and shit? Did I not make those reactions? Yeah, like that was disgusting. Disgusting football was being played. What's up, Jack? He said he's salty that yeah, he said he's earned his spot so far, but has to show enough through camp and preseason. Yo, Mark Holmes, what's up with you, man? Man, it's Mark Holmes in the building, man. Salute to Mark Holmes.
Mark Holmes in the building, man.
Yeah,
Salute
man.
to Mark Holmes.
One of the originators, man.
Tell him we gotta do some work, sir.
Yeah, hey,
we gotta do some work. We gotta get the people some work, Mr. Mark Holmes. I've been watching you ever since you predicted Dak, man. I'm a big fan. I used to be tuned in to your show all the time, man. So salute to you.
Indeed, man. Y'all make sure you ain't subbed to Mark Holmes already. I know most of you already are. Make sure y'all go support Mark Holmes and all our independent content creators, man.
And where Joe Boo at, man? I ain't seen Joe Boo in so long. Where Joe Boo at, man? I don't know. We might need some of that juju. We might need some of that juju this year, Mark. We need to turn up a little bit.
So yeah, man, we do need some hoodoo, some voodoo. So we need everything under the sun at this point. Like we need acts to God and everything at this point for the Dallas Cowboys. He said, I want to see him under Zimmer in his correct position. That's also a very fair critique, to give him an opportunity to play under somebody that values linebacker play. All right, he said Clark will be better because Dan Quinn is out of here. We'll see. We'll see if he gets better from addition by subtraction. I mean, hell, Marquise Bell played out of position. He didn't look like that. That man actually was playing an entirely different position.
Hey, you got these people over here roasting me. It is hilarious. I can't help but look in the chat. I am weak. Somebody, hey, Joe Trentino said landlord blacked out and woke up in Jerry office. What happened? Like
What did you do?
somebody seen Norman Bates before. Hey, Bates Motel, that's a great show if y'all ain't helped. It was good. Years ago, it was good though. Bates Motel was pretty good. Yeah. Psycho.
He said, does Harvey have any running back or one tech teammates looking to play? Man, I'm not sure why the Dallas Cowboys didn't just sign. If you're gonna bring in an all UFL linebacker, why you ain't bring in an all UFL defensive tackle?
Man, you should bring in. I just told you should bring in the top 2 defensive tackles in the UFL. The top 2, they should be working out for the Dallas Cowboys right now. Mm-hmm. There's no excuse why they shouldn't be, especially when you're bringing in DBs that won't make the team and linebackers who probably also won't make the team.
Now hold on, man. How you know how is gonna pencil in? How you know one of these defensive backs won't make the team,
bruh? Well, maybe one got a shot. Okay, how many DBs we taking to the season? 5?
Ain't no telling.
4 or 5, and then you got one slot for the practice squad. Maybe you may have a couple of spots for the practice squad. I have to go back and look at the roster last year. Well, timeout. With a new defensive coordinator, all of that changes because he might want to hold his roster a different way. So that 2023 really don't even matter. He might value more DBs and less.
Man, this ain't the real Mark Holmes in this bitch. This a nigga living vicariously. This motherfucker got 1 subscriber.
I was just about to say that when I was just about to ask, was that the real Mark Holmes?
Man, get this flogging ass nigga out of here, man.
Yeah, he got to get smoked.
Man, you a dick puller. How you gonna jump on this motherfucker with another man profile picture and name on here? Get the fuck off the internet. Find you a girl. Man, ain't nobody.
Go find you a life.
Man, ain't nobody trying to fuck on you, weird ass nigga. Ain't no hoe trying to check for you.
Go find you a life, goofball. Goofy man.
Weird as shit. I thought a real nigga. I thought a real nigga was in the building. It's just your hoe ass.
Ah man, that's terrible.
People got excited. Like like they thought somebody real was coming through the door, and it's
somebody that actually did something with their life coming through the door.
Yeah, the dick pull that came through,
and it's only you. That's
only you. Like nigga, everybody lost hope the moment you came through. Little kids start crying. Look, yeah, man, folks that drop their head like, damn, no, it's over now, cause you ain't never been shit.
Nobody was pleased about that, bro. Nobody was pleased.
Man, hell no. Nah. Man, beat this nigga with a bottle of liquor and put him out the liquor store, man. Bust his head upside the head with the Hennessy. What's wrong with this man coming over here with this fuckery?
I don't know nothing about that. That's all I say. That's not my behavior.
Matter of fact, hey, hold on, landlord. Do you remember I was on the show and I was talking about the all UFL team and talking about the Dallas Cowboys having a UFL pipeline, and then we should be checking in on a couple of days ago, and then a fat, bad built, bad body, no neck having ass motherfucker came on there trying to dictate what we should talk about on the show, talking about that shit didn't matter, and then the Dallas Cowboys brought them same motherfuckers in.
Signed 7 of them, or working out 20 of them. Hey,
yeah, I got something to say about that. I got something to say about that.
Do you think? Get at him, because he deserves it.
I got something to say.
My shit. Yeah. Let me pop my shit.
Fuck nigga. Like, let me do this, nigga. I got this down to a science, motherfucker. What's wrong? What be wrong with y'all?
But look, this time out. This the same dude who says I'm nefarious. Continue, sir. Continue. See, you know, the truth comes to the light all the time. You know what I'm saying? Landlord just been over here chilling. And then, look, I'm going to say this. Y'all let him get away with murder because of the glasses. Look, the next time you see me, bro, I'm going to have on me some glasses. You better believe that. And they're gonna be prescribed.
Hey, all I had to say, all I'm trying to say is this: the Dallas Cowboys are having UFL tryouts, and that man still ain't got no neck. So I've been right the entire damn time. This nigga still finna die from diabetes, and the Dallas Cowboys are still trying to tap in with that UFL pipeline. That's all,
And they gonna
that's all I'm
tell
trying
you,
to say.
you gotta look. Well, he should have known that. The Cowboys is the cheapest team in the land. We know we gonna be looking
Cheapest team in
search,
America.
searching far and wide for any player that play football. That act like, look, if you stand on the corner long enough in a football uniform, Stevie Jones might pull up. You know what I'm saying? What position you play? Like, we are interested in all football. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, listen, I know right now that you're only doing electrician work. But can you meet the running back in the A gap?
You know what I'm saying? They might be scouting some Texas high school football. You know how they get down. They out there scouting them for the pros. So hey, we looking everywhere, man. We desperate.
Yeah, he said his neck might grow half a centimeter. Man, he like Pinocchio. When he lied, his neck grow a little bit. That's why he was out here talking all that shit. He trying to get a neck.
Good grief.
This man neck on a missing poster. He up there got runaways. You know how in Walmart they got the runaways in when you first walk in. Have you seen this person? This man neck is up there with the little runaway children out there in Walmart, man.
That man cannot wear a necklace. That's what you telling me, sir?
Man, you listen. This man is unkillable. If you try to choke this man out, this is mission impossible. Try to choke this nigga out. I'm just saying, like you cannot choke this man out. This man is dangerous in a fight.
Yikes! No throat punches for him.
No throat punches. Oh Jesus, give me strength.
He's diabolical, y'all. He's diabolical.
Well, pray for him though, man. That might be a condition while we up here laughing. Like he might be the form. He might really be the form, and not been born with a neck. Like, it might not have been anything he ate. He might have came out his mama with no neck. So let's pray for him.
He might just have an extra finger with no neck. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happen all the time.
He said his neck's still getting tossed between Diddy and Eddie. Oh Lord!
Yikes!
He don't want his neck back then. That's why he out here without it.
Say Diddy borrowed his neck. Wait a minute, man. It's time to get off of here, bro. It's time to get off of here, bro. It's time to go.
He said Diddy borrowed his neck. Oh Lord!
When the feds raided his house, they found residue of that man's neck on Diddy's table.
He got fed up with Diddy though. He wanted his neck back. He wanted.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
Wait a minute.
Diddy said he wasn't done with his neck.
Wait a minute. How you got neck residue? That's wild. They found neck residue on the man's table.
Oh Lord, he said neck.
I'm sorry, man.
Like his neck disintegrated. They done went crazy with him, man. They gotta find the residuals of what's left.
You know when you tired, you just get mad silly, so y'all forgive me. I just said this man neck residue was found on Diddy's table. That's wild. I don't even know how to explain that. I'm sorry.
He said, what is this position? He's a linebacker. He made the all UFL team. And Willie Harvey, how big is this man? Like, what is this? Let me see. Willie Harvey Jr. All right. He's listed as, let me see, bio. Damn, what his measurables said?
Miss Regina saw the fairy. Miss Regina, you be blaming me for making him the fairies. You also nefarious, Miss Regina. I want you to know that too. She said it was so much friction. That's where the neck residue came from. Oh man.
Willie Harvey, a little dude.
He a mini-me.
Well, he's 5'11", 230.
5'11". That's average. That's above average height for a normal human. but not a
Listen,
football player.
not a linebacker. 230 a little subpar too. And listen, if we're going to hell, his neck is already there.
his neck gonna meet us there. It's crazy.
Man,
We sorry, y'all. We sorry.
I'm not. I'd be lying. I told you I was sorry. I'm not sorry about nothing that was said or happened.
Oh man, you seen this man profile picture and you just went left hand. That's terrible.
Man, he should have listen. When you know you look funny, you should not have profile pictures. Like people are not mature enough to not get on your ass. You a funny looking nigga and you been a funny looking motherfucker all your life. Why are you out here bold now?
And gonna try to hate on the
He said, I'm
Hinstradamus. You was already a day ahead of the curve, and he want to hate on you, bro. See, you know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord blessed you with a show, and he. Never mind. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Regina said Diddy ain't sorry either. But Nicholas had a very good football point.
We just kicking it, y'all. We sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good. He said, I'm assuming he's another tweener guy. Shaking my head. Dallas needs more size at linebacker, not safety size guys. He's good, and he's an actual linebacker. So I'm gonna give him the benefit. I'm gonna see what he does. He already been in the NFL. He didn't really do much when he was here.
That's the dude you was reading that said he had 3 tackles. Oh
no, hell no. That was no.
That dude had 3 grand total of 3 tackles. That's crazy.
Man, let me find out how many tackles.
He got 3 more tackles than me. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
And that is wild.
Like I ain't even have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He only got 3 more than me. That's why.
Damn, he ain't did shit in the NFL either. This
JC,
man got
that
2.
is not Mark. That is the other definition of Mark. That's a Mark. You know what? That's what that is. That is not Mark Holmes.
Man, that's a fan. That's a freaky ass nigga.
He's a 69
he
guy.
Over there got this man. Man, he got Mark face and name. That is
he got
fan.
Joe Boo tatted.
Like
that boy, that wild.
This man running around here with Mark Holmes tramp stamps, Cowboy Joe Boo, plush dolls. This man, he a fan. Run for your life. Run for your life from that man. Get away from that thing. Hide your kids,
hide your wife. That boy, that wild.
So landlord, I got since we out here done went all off the rails. This next topic has absolutely nothing to do. Yes, it does. It has something to do with the Dallas Cowboys, but these next 2 are just for fun because we're up in bullshit anyway. These next 2 are just for fun. So this one, these are the list of the best quarterbacks in league history without a Super Bowl. So they put up Dan Marino, Fran Tarkenton, Phillip Rivers, Dan Fouts, and Matt Ryan. And then I'm the nigga that added in Tony Romo. Just cause like F it. I'm putting Dallas Cowboys.
True.
So my question to you, landlord, who do you think is the best quarterback that never won the one?
I gotta go with Dan. Marino.
Go with Dan?
Yeah. Dan, to me, he was like the first of the like, you know what I'm saying, the real quarterback, the modern day quarterbacks to me, you know what I'm saying, in my lifespan. I can't speak on the ones that was, you know what I'm saying, well before that. I can't speak on them, but Dan Marino was that dude, bro. He was hard. And like we say, he the prime person we use when we talk about being measured as a great with no Super Bowls. Like, can't nobody say Dan went great. Nobody can say that. You see what I'm saying? So that's just a friendly reminder that the NFL is not an individual sport. This is not tennis, sir.
It ain't. And you know what's crazy? These guys are all great, and they left a bunch of guys out that were hard and didn't get it done. Like, dog, think about think about Warren Moon, because somebody said in the chat box, Warren Moon ain't make it. Warren Moon threw for over 40,000 yards. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League in a time where it was frowned on to have a
Michael
black
Vick.
quarterback. He broke
Michael
racial
Vick was that
barriers.
dude. He was Hen Jones.
Yeah, Michael Vick. That's a great person you brought up. Cam Newton.
Cam. His reign didn't last. I don't think his reign lasted as long, but he was impactful though. He was just as impactful. He got to one though. He just got to one.
Yep. Jim Kelly would be a good one too. Jim Kelly was low key hard. I know we don't think of him like that because we beat him all the time. But Jim Kelly was a very good.
I kind of look at Jim Kelly like people should look at DeMar DeRozan, because everybody say that LeBron was the GOAT, but DeRozan just couldn't beat him. Like, so how is he? You know, they just say DeRozan was trash. Like, is he trash for not being able to beat the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? So like, I think Jim Kelly was the same way. Like, he was going up against a great team. That don't mean he's not a great player though.
Drew Bledsoe did not start and win a Super Bowl, but he was Tom Brady's backup and got a Super Bowl ring. So guys like that are not included on the list, because Drew Bledsoe did not win the Super Bowl, but he got a Super Bowl win and ring. He just wasn't the starter, and he played in the postseason to help get them there. So it's not the same. Randall Cunningham was a damn good one too. Randall Cunningham was extra hard. Let me see, man. There's a bunch of guys.
Randall Cunningham was my guy too. Donovan McNabb. Even though he a filthy eagle, but McNabb was pretty good, bro. Yeah.
So was Randall.
That's what made me think of him too. Like, McNabb was a good quarterback. He just couldn't win the big one. Phillip Rivers, yeah.
I'm tripping, man.
Phillip Rivers, yeah.
I'm tripping, man. I didn't even mention Aaron
Steve
McNair.
McNair, R.I.P. to Steve McNair too.
A great quarterback, league MVP, made it to a Super Bowl, and he played for a not so great head coach. Like I'm not trying to talk bad about the man, but we all know that man was no damn good coach. But yeah, man, Steve McNair was a damn good one. NFL, and it's crazy. Like, his MVP, he had to share his MVP with Peyton Manning. Like, I don't remember that happening too often, but he actually ended up being a joint MVP.
Good grief.
Yeah, they shared it. Danny White gets no love in Dallas Cowboys country. You know that?
He don't. And he was a good quarterback.
And you know what's crazy? The same people said, can Dak Prescott at least get to an NFC Championship game? Danny White went to like
and
4 of them.
Just couldn't win it.
It just couldn't win it. But he had a winning record. Like Danny White was a listen. Danny White made an All-Pro selection. Matter of fact, Danny White cannot be counted because he got a Super Bowl as a backup.
Oh, so that's the disqualification then.
Yeah, because he does have a Super Bowl on his resume. He just can't be included in it. He didn't start, but he has a Super Bowl. Yeah, Carson Palmer was a good quarterback and never got it done. I think Carson Palmer got like some passing stats, like some major passing records and shit.
Andy Dalton was good in his day.
Man, Andy Dalton was a consistent Pro Bowl quarterback for several years. Was a consistent Pro Bowl quarterback. Tony Romo. We gonna throw Andy Dalton in. We gotta throw Tony in.
Tony definitely deserved to be in.
Yeah, because man, and this is the thing. Tony Romo statistically is the best quarterback the Dallas Cowboys have ever had. Ain't nobody got more yards yet. Ain't nobody got more touchdowns. Like, theoretically, if Dak signs, he'll break them in like the first year of his contract if he don't break them this year. But point being is Tony Romo individually accomplished more than any other quarterback in Dallas Cowboys history, and y'all still hate him because he did not accomplish the ultimate team goal. Same way that y'all hate Dak Prescott black ass. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He said Mark. Oh, Mark Brunell. Damn, I forgot about Mark. Oh no, this Westerman sliding
It's
back
me.
in. Boy,
Don't do
you were
that.
extra
Don't do that.
nefarious, man. I'm gonna take it down.
Don't be like that.
It's jacked up that Matt Ryan never ended up getting. I did not mean to do that. Hold on, let me just minimize this one. And we're back. We're back in full effect now. Okay. So yeah, Matt Ryan got everything but the damn Super Bowl win. He was an MVP, an All-Pro, Offensive Player of the Year, got all the passing touchdowns, all the passing yards, and folks act like Matt Ryan ain't shit to this day.
Yeah, and Matt Ryan got to a Super Bowl, with the Brady debacle, we'll call it.
Was he not like also Rookie of the Year? Like he literally checked every mark in the box. Like Matt Ryan is probably gonna be a
Dan
Hall of Famer, bro.
Flynn messed it up. Dan Flynn, hey.
Don't do that.
Look, a lot of people was mad
bro.
at the Dan Quinn sign, and then everybody was on his jock scrap now. Remember that? When Dan first came into Dallas, we was like, oh, man, he the same dude gave up the Super Bowl and couldn't stop this and couldn't do this. And then Dan came and had a pretty good showing at Dallas,
Oh, he went crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I also agree. We trauma bonded with Dan Quinn ass. Because Dan Quinn came to us. We were coming out of an abusive relationship. That motherfucker had black door eye and kicked the dough in and scared the kids. So Dan Quinn came in, was nice. He took you to dinner.
Exactly.
Like he was a good dude. We disregarded the cheating.
Turned the blind eye.
Because he wasn't laying hands on us. Yeah, we turned a blind eye to Dan Quinn just because he wasn't physical.
But hey, what it was what won us over so quickly about Dan was the interception, sir. It was 100% the turnovers. That's what, because listen, we brought this up the other day. Jeff Heath was the only Cowboy that got turnovers before Dan Quinn. Like, we forget that. Like, before we drafted Trayvon, before Dan Quinn got here, it was before we drafted Trayvon. Because Trayvon got interceptions before Dan Quinn. People forget that. Mike Nolan, he was getting interceptions with Mike Nolan. So before everybody go give them everybody else all the credit, remember Trey was still getting production as far as being a ball hawk before Dan Quinn. I don't think people bring that up enough. He had like 5 interceptions as a rookie. So put some respect on Trey now. He been like that.
Man, he's a monster. He's like, no, listen, I don't think you can give all the credit to what any of those guys did to Dan Quinn. Like he helped, you know what I'm saying? Al Harris helped.
I gotta go make sure.
But
how many interceptions did I believe he had 5? His rookie year, yeah.
Who, Trey?
3?
He had 3.
Oh, okay.
He had 3. You think about the Ron Bland. Bland had 5 his rookie season. You weren't crazy. You're thinking about the other all-pro corner. When you got all the all-pro corners.
And what's so crazy, Trey was on a horrible defense though. That defense was horrible. That defense was terrible. And Trey came in here and still getting money. Man, I'm looking at Trey injury history. I didn't even know it was. Well, it don't really matter because a couple of them he didn't miss games. So, but the foot fracture in 2020, he didn't even play his full rookie year. So, and
Miss Kopic said, Kopic said that
Thank you, man. I gotta get that merch going one way or another. I'm gonna have to make sure I get that pumping out there to the people. I got a lot of good ideas, man. I'm just having trouble finding vendors, and I like quality stuff, man. I don't want to just send y'all know anything. So it's been a process.
He said Kyle Shanahan blew 2 Super Bowls away. I mean, technically he did, because he was the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons, and we just seen what happened. He blew 3. He blew 3 Super Bowls. He blew the Atlanta Falcons one because he was the offensive coordinator then. He blew the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. They had a lead. They did not recover from that. And then he just blew the Super Bowl last year. Kyle Shanahan, who was a great offensive mind, I'm not going to take anything away from him. He folded in all 3 Super Bowls. They don't talk about
I ain't
that,
gonna cap to you now. No lie. A lot of the real San Francisco fans, they actually talk about it. Like they be on his top. They be like, man.
So it's
just not national media type vibes. But in San Francisco, like I got my cousin on, my whole other side of the family, they all San Francisco. Unfortunately. So they be like, man, Shanahan isn't like that. Everybody ain't just head over heels about Shanahan. Like, no lie. So that let you know, like, you can be a Super Bowl caliber coach and all of that, man, working wonders and still not have everybody bought in. So,
I mean, shit, he done
and
been
not
to
one though,
and teased you. Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like, this was supposed to be his redemption. Like, on paper, the 49ers were way better than the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs' wide receiving core wasn't that good. Defenses were about equal. You had 2 all-pro wide receivers. Your quarterback was an MVP candidate. Matter of fact, if you just look at the raw naked numbers, Brock Purdy had a better season than Patrick Mahomes did, right? If you look at the numbers. And you still went out there, and you lost in overtime because of some questionable play calling.
And then you almost lost to the Lions. You almost lost to the Lions.
You had to fight
they almost came out there and got smoked.
Man, that's some wild stuff when you put it in the context like that.
The talent that they
like
got.
man, they got a Super Bowl caliber team.
Before you judge Mike McCarthy, look at that all-star roster they got over there, and Mike still got you a number 1 offense with a all-pro quarterback in his first year running. Just something to think about.
D Hicks said, "What's up with him?" D Hicks said, "What's up with Amari Cooper?" He's holding out right now at this point, and he should have never left Dallas, in my opinion. Now, do I think the Dallas Cowboys trade and get him back? Of course not. They're not going to do that. But do I think should they do it? Yes. But yeah, that's why people are talking about Amari Cooper. He's holding out. He apparently wants more money. He didn't show up to mandatory stuff. So it's a buzz going now. But there's nothing that's actually tangible about that. He's a former Dallas Cowboy. We miss him, and people talking about it. Nothing real is actually happening with Amari Cooper.
It's all hypothetical.
He said, and now the Madden curse on McCaffrey.
Yeah, true.
I mean, do you believe in the Madden curse?
Patrick Mahomes slayed it, so I guess not no more.
But did Josh Allen slay it?
Did he?
That man had 20 turnovers. They had to take the ball out this man's hand and start winning football games again. So it's Christian McCaffrey, who's been healthy after having a injury-riddled career with the Carolina Panthers. Is he going to stay healthy? Is his injury bug going to come back? Is he going to fall off like bad dope? I don't know. I hope not. I hope nobody gets hurt, but I hope he falls off like bad dope. I got another one for you, man. Since we up here to talk about hyperboles and shit, hypotheticals. Dog, all right, so this is a scenario. 4th and 2, and a turnover on downs ends the game, and it secures a win. Which one of these Dallas Cowboys superstars would you select? To the left, we got the Marcus Tank Lawrence. Then we got the Marcus Ware, that dude, Micah Parsons, the baby lion, and Mr. Cowboy himself, Bob Lilly. At the right. If y'all too young to remember Bob Lilly, he is a 9-time All-Pro defensive player and a Super Bowl winner. Just in case you're too young for that. But Bob Lilly was him. So, if you had to choose between any of these players to make a play for you and a gotta have a situation on 4th and 2, a stop wins the game, wins you the Super Bowl or whatever, who are y'all taking? I want to know from all y'all. Y'all can put it in the chat. You put the Marcus Lawrence, put the Marcus Ware, put Micah Parsons, put Bob Lilly. I want to hear from y'all in the chat box. And then I want to hear from Landlord. Lord said quit playing. He said it's Ware, dog. I said Peasy said Lilly used to take on triple teams, and he was going crazy. 11-time Pro Bowler, 9-time. Listen, this man made 7 first-team All-Pros and 2 second teams. So it's not like there was never any question who was one of the better defensive players when he played. He was egregiously good.
Good.
Back in the gap though, but a lot of people can't say Bob Lilly because they never seen Bob Lilly play. Right? To be fair, like you ain't.
That's why I would have to bow out gracefully when it comes to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like with all due respect to the legendary Bob Lilly, like I barely seen the football before Troy Aikman, so I damn sure didn't see
I
Bob.
wish I did. Hearing about all them accolades, he sounded like he was that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he was a monster apparently.
But I would have to take, my hero, one of my heroes, DeMarcus Ware. And I ended up meeting him at the airport that day. You know what I'm saying? That was a cool experience right there. So I'm gonna have to go with my guy, Mr. D. Ware.
I'm also going with D. Ware. I seen the impact he had on games. I seen what he helped the Broncos do when they won their Super Bowl. He stood on business. I saw what he helped us do numerous years in Dallas, making plays, scoring touchdowns, getting strip sacks and taking them back. Like DeMarcus Ware did everything. Also, my boy Keaton said if it's back in the gap, he said he'd take James Washington or Larry Brown. So between those two, I take Larry Brown. And Brian Bradford said Harvey Morton or Randy White. I'm taking Randy White.
True.
He said Ware. Y'all put him in the chat box, man. I think DeMarcus Ware is going to win by a landslide. And this is not to say that Bob Lilly ain't shit. That's just like a lot of us ain't seen Bob Lilly.
Did Micah get a vote? Good grief.
No, bro. This is why what Micah Parsons said when he said
he ain't never had him. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, F it.
I don't want to go into it. My blood pressure gonna be up, and I'm gonna be mad again.
Okay, I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying it's crazy to say that you ain't never had a Micah Parsons, right? And Micah Parsons is one of the best defensive players in the National Football League. I cannot take anything away from this man, right? I can't take anything away from him. He's great at what he does. But this defensive coach had a team that had Deion Sanders was on that team, right? He was a defensive back coach for
anybody
Deion
had a Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders. Yeah, there's never been another Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders might be the best defensive player ever. If he's not, he's the best defensive back ever. He's the best cornerback ever, right? Brian Bradford, he also had Charles Haley, who was the first 5-time NFL champion, first 5-time Super Bowl winner. Right? He also had that man on his team. And if I'm not mistaken, he was still here when DeMarcus Ware. Like, that just reminded me, DeMarcus Ware was here when Mike Zimmer was on the team. Like, when DeMarcus Ware got drafted in 2005, Mike Zimmer did not get onto another team to 2007. So DeMarcus Ware was already an all-pro player when he was here. He was already an all-pro player when he was here. None of y'all picked Micah Parsons over DeMarcus Ware. So y'all don't even believe what Micah Parsons is saying to be very polite. Micah Parsons is not a better overall football player than DeMarcus Ware. And he had DeMarcus Ware on his team. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying this very respectfully because I like Micah Parsons. I think he is great. But, dog, he's had a Micah Parsons. He's had a Charles Haley. He's had a DeMarcus Ware. He's had a Tony Tolbert. He's had all these different he had a Deion Sanders. He's had all these different all-time great defensive players on his team before. And you're still being disrespectful to the
bro. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't want to harp on that too much more, but that's just disrespectful, bro. All right, that's disrespectful, man.
And listen, as a pure pass rusher, I'm just counting sacks. Danielle Hunter might be a better pure pass rusher than Michael Parsons. I'm not saying he's an overall better player, but just accumulating sacks, Danielle Hunter might
I
have.
think people forget Michael was ascending to be he was almost. Dak is my favorite player on the team right now. He was ascending to be like surpassing Dak. So this has never been me slaying or just, you know what I'm saying, slandering Michael Parsons. Never that. I got Michael Parsons merch. Like I like Michael Parsons as a player a whole lot. But you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things I just can't tolerate. I can't represent. I literally got on a Michael Parsons shirt right now. Now that we think about it, I really got on one right now. So this is not me being a Michael Parsons hater. It's just, bro, you gotta relax sometimes, man. You gotta relax sometimes. It's some great players out here. Cause I ain't gonna lie, when maybe the first 2 years I was on the Kool-Aid, I looked at Michael bro, ain't nobody better than him at defense. Now I look at what the fuck. Bro, why
I'm
would you
finna
put
block
it
him on
screen?
YouTube. I'm trying to block him, remove him from the
Yikes.
thing. I just hit the thing. Add him to the block on there.
But,
all right, there we go.
What was I? That was disturbing.
People that put shit in the chat box like that are disturbing.
Yeah,
that's on your
disturbing.
mind. That's on your mind at 8:30 on a Tuesday.
Yikes. Pray for that
Find
young man,
God.
though, because and look, most of our people watching us are men too, so that's what's really strange. But where was I? Yeah, I was about to say when I was drunk off the Kool-Aid when it came to Michael Parsons being one of the better players in the NFL. I ain't saying that he's not, but I'm gonna say this. Now, after you've seen how many seasons of Michael Parsons? 3? After you've seen 3 full seasons of Michael Parsons, where do he reside on the Mount Rushmore of defensive players that's playing now? Where would he be?
He might not be in the top 5.
Man,
if it being
listen,
fair,
I'm talking about, bro, first 2, maybe the second year, I would have said Michael was the best defensive player in the league. I would have said that with confidence, with my chest out. I can't say that no more.
I mean, think about it. TJ Watt has won Defensive Player of the Year since he's been in the league. Nick Bosa has won Defensive Player of the Year since he's been in the league. The boy we finna play in Cleveland won Defensive Player of the Year since he's been in the league. If you go back, how are you the best defensive player in the league and guys at your position are winning Defensive Player of the Year?
And then you ain't even close to them in sacks. That's your calling card.
Yeah, which is that's
your
calling card.
It's plenty of people that got more sacks than you.
Yeah, this is not slander. I'm just saying we're being fair, and we're looking at the accolades and all the other individual stuff. I'm not even talking about the guys that that been to Super Bowls. Like Aaron Donald was just now got out the league. Was Michael Parsons at any point ever better than Aaron Donald? And Aaron Donald just retired. Right, he was a Defensive Player of the Year, in Michael Parsons.
Count top 5 players, and then you can hear him even talk about these defensive players, and that'll let you know where he puts himself. Okay, if you ask Michael Parsons right now, he'll tell you Myles Garrett is better than him. He'll tell you T.J. Watt better than him. He'll probably tell you Bosa better than him. That's 3 right there. That's 3 that he would admit. Then you can go down the line. You might say somebody like Chris Jones or Max Crosby. Them dudes is dope, bro.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that Mac. I don't know. Max plays
gangster, bro. No lie.
Yeah, Max plays. I don't know.
That's tough, bro. I'm telling you straight up. He just don't get a lot of props. I heard Micah talk about Max. Micah know. He know.
Micah also knows that there's other good defensive players, and that's one thing I will give him for his podcast. He keep it real. He dog. He like, dog, like nobody told y'all to cover the Dallas Cowboys like that. There are other good defensive players out there in the league that you could cover. Y'all just be on the Dallas Cowboys nuts, basically what the man said. So I'll give him that. Josh Gonzalez said, who would you build a team around, Micah or D Ware? Bro, I have to go with, like, they're the same age coming in. It got to be DeMarcus Ware.
It's not really a fair question. When we think about it, we've seen what D Ware did already. Micah still building his story. We don't know.
Could be something.
Yeah,
he could be better.
Because we can't lie about Micah's potential. He got just as much or even more potential than D Ware had. Now that shows you that I'm not a hater of Micah. So he got
I love Michael
more
Parsons.
potential than anybody that we done seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? The sky was the limit for this kid. So it's not me saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it'll be fair. It's not fair because we already seen the results that D Ware gave us. That's the only reason. So I think naturally you'll probably say Michael because he got a bit of the unknown in there. Because you know what I'm saying? D Ware didn't get us a championship either. So, you know.
Yep. That's very true. He didn't. But the issue is we saw DeMarcus Ware win a Super Bowl, and we feel like the Dallas Cowboys was the issue. And you know what's crazy? It's going to be the same way with probably a Dak Prescott or a CeeDee Lamb if they get away. They'll go to a different team or Michael Parsons. Like, let's throw Micah in there. These guys are too good not to go to a competent team and not be successful.
Right there, real quick.
Like Dak Prescott.
When you say that, this is why I made that comment when I said this worked both ways, bro. It's not just either or. Because think about it. We look at it and say, why Dak Prescott can't win a championship with this team? Then you got to turn that finger right back around and say, why the ownership can't win with Dak Prescott in this team? Because they got a responsibility in this too. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, some of these other front offices will look at this team and be like, hey, give me that team and I'll get you a ring. Give me that quarterback and I'll make something happen. It's some other GMs in this league looking at it like, bro, I wish that was us. We'll be doing better than them. So just like you said, I don't want to find out that way. I hope we can get our act together, but I'm telling you right now, Dak Prescott might be able to go to another team and win a ring. Michael Parsons might be able to go to another team and win a ring. This is just the toxic environment that is built around our Dallas Cowboys. It's just unfortunate, man.
I mean, dog, like that. A lot of the stuff going on with the Dallas Cowboys is organizational. It's an organizational failure. Because, like you said, take the name off of the team. If I was to tell you, you found an All-Pro quarterback, right? You found an All-Pro quarterback, undrafted. He was an undrafted guy, and he became an All-Pro, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He got hurt. He couldn't finish out his career. You didn't win with him like you wanted to, but you got lucky and you found another All-Pro quarterback in the 4th round, and you didn't win with him either. Does that sound like an organizational failure? Because listen, I remember people giving the Green Bay Packers a hard time because they got back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks, and they had 40 years of good quarterback play. They had 40 years of good quarterback play between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and people were criticizing them for only winning 2 championships. So why should the Dallas Cowboys front office be, escape scrutiny like that? You had Tony Romo, who was one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he played, and you didn't win. And then you replaced Tony Romo with Dak Prescott, and you did not win. And that's the issue. Folks get enamored with Dak Prescott. You're going to do the same thing with the next guy if you don't win. If you draft Shedeur Sanders, like in La La Land, let's say you draft Shedeur Sanders and you do not win championships with him, you're going to say the same stupid shit, even though you just swapped quarterbacks out 3, 4, 5 times at this point. You done swapped out quarterbacks. You done swapped out head coaches. You done swapped out your primary defensive players. You done swapped out offensive coordinators. You done swapped out defensive coordinators. All you're going to do is bitch and bitch and cry and moan when you don't win. Because guess what? The same people that build these teams that don't win are still in power, but you ain't gonna say nothing about that. You're just gonna complain, hate out the quarterback, and hate out the players. Because that's what y'all do. You're puppets.
Very well said, Hen. Very well said. Because, like you said, we took away a variable in this equation, in this experiment, and we still got the same results. So, is it both of those players, or is it just the front office or the team? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious, y'all. It's obvious. We could say this is a regular season team. Exactly, Marcus. One common denominator has been the front office. And listen, how many years span this been now? 28 years? 30
Almost
years? 30. Now look
Almost
at this.
30.
Garrett was 10. Shit. Tony Romo was 10. Dak is 6, 7 now.
Dak is finna be
This is
year
year
9 for Dak Prescott when he plays this year.
So
This
that's
be his
20
ninth
years
season.
right there. What happened to the other 8? What happened to the other 9 years? Do we want to go back there? It's easy to say out of those 30 years, you had 2 great quarterbacks. What happened, Dallas?
Absolutely nothing happened.
But we just gonna blame the quarterbacks and say everything else was great.
Yep. Which is sad though. You know, it's easy. It's low hanging fruit. The quarterback is usually the most visible player, and like hell, they get all the blame, they get all the love, whether they deserve it or not. Remember, folks will talk about Jared Goff's Super Bowl appearance when that man was awful. That man was awful the entire postseason. But they talk about him making the Super Bowl. And that's the thing. Folks don't live in reality.
And
when
he
it comes
was
to
so bad that his head coach was willing to trade him. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. He said, okay, do you remember when the defense gave up almost 300 yards rushing and you talk about he still couldn't win? Like, y'all be forgetting, like, key things that happen in these games. Y'all be watching box scores or some shit. Like, but you watched all the box scores, you didn't see your defense give up 300 yards to a running back fresh off the couch and another running back with bad knees.
Boy ran all over us, man.
In 2018 or 2016, when we were a play away from going to the NFC Championship game, you had Aaron Rodgers in 3rd and 20, and your defense gave up a conversion for a game-winning field goal. Like, we ain't gonna sit here and act like Dak Prescott has been the reason for every playoff failure. We're just not gonna do that.
True.
Now, add context. We could have made it to some NFC Championship games. Both of those were divisional losses I just mentioned.
The Dez Carter game, we probably could have went to the NFC Championship.
That was for the NFC
That's
Championship.
what I'm saying.
We would have went there. The Dez Carter game, right? Dez Carter game that happened. That was to go to the NFC Championship with Tony Romo. The miracle ass catch between Aaron Rodgers and old boy on the sideline. That was for the NFC. That was to make it to the NFC Championship. The 300-yard rushing game the defense gave up. That was to get
We're
to
not
the NFC
saying Dak is without blame. We're just saying that it's not only him. And actually, in some games, he probably did his job and still lost. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we're saying. Like, we're not saying that he's excluded from blame, because he do got some blame in there. But yeah, he got some blame.
He got to have blame.
We just ain't saying that we just saying that it's not only on him.
Yeah, even in this most recent game, your defense gave up like 7 touchdowns. Like, you look at the track record of teams that give up 30 points, you don't win those games. You just don't win those games. Like, Tom Brady is the GOAT. He does not win playoff games where his defense give up 30. It's happened to him 5 times. He won 2 of them. Like, Aaron Rodgers. You know the funny thing about Aaron Rodgers? The only playoff game that he won when his defense gave up 30 points was against us. Dak Prescott dropped 30 on his defense, and they still found a way to win that football game. But Aaron Rodgers, in 6 attempts, has one playoff win when his defense gives up 30 points. Drew Brees ain't never won no playoff game when his defense got 30 dropped on him. Joe Montana ain't never won no playoff game when his defense got 30. Brett Favre ain't never won no playoff game when his defense got 30 dropped on him. Peyton Manning was 2-4 in those situations. Elway never won a playoff game where his defense gave up 30. Big Ben never won a playoff game where his defense gave up 30. I'm just saying, dog. Like the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s, we think about the triplets. We still had one of the better defenses in the league. Like, your defense always showed up. Like, Dak Prescott has 5 playoff losses. Defense did not show up in 3 of them. And then they didn't give up 30 points in the first 49ers game, but they did have like a dozen damn penalties. You don't think about that stuff when you go back there. What about the offsides and the roughing the passers and all that other crazy shit that let drives continue? What about the damn near 200 yards of rushing they allowed? So that's the thing. Like, Dak Prescott has not always been good in the postseason. There have been some games where he ain't been great. Nobody is sitting here denying that shit. But what we are saying is more than just Dak Prescott or any of the other quarterbacks why you didn't win. Like, it was not just solely Tony Romo why you did not win playoff games. It was not just solely old Troy Aikman why you couldn't get back to the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, other things happened on the other side of the ball that prevented y'all from going. You got any closing thoughts, though, man? We've been on this mug for over 2 hours.
Pretty much, man. I think we said enough for this episode because, like you said, it's obvious that quarterback win game type stuff is really just a flawed argument. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious that the quarterback is not the end all be all on the team. And I've seen Dak play great games and we still lose. I've seen him play bad games and we're losing almost every single time. Like, if Dak's bad, we lose. So, I mean, I don't know how we're going to equate this, but all I can say is this is a team sport, and we already know that it's not only on one man. We understand that.
Indeed, man. And same thing that Cuz said, man. Like, you have to be better in other phases of the game. Like, y'all talked about Ezekiel Elliott being here. Zeke's last 100-yard rushing game in the playoffs was in 2018 against the Seattle Seahawks. He did not play well against the Los Angeles Rams. He did not play well against the 49ers. He really didn't play well against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We just happened to win that game. So when we talk about Dak Prescott, he hasn't really had much of a running game in the postseason recently. Defense, has been a little hit or miss. They show up some games, other games they don't show up. So I'm just saying, man, like, give your quarterback a break.
Man, true.
Like, there's other factors to this.
And before we
shit.
go,
we out, man. It's been 2 hours.
Please hit that like button, man. The likes are looking egregious. Hold down the screen, hit the like button, hit the 3 dots at the top right corner, and hit the like button, man. Please get the likes up. Make sure we can beat up this algorithm. You know how it try to take us off our rhythm, man. We got stuff to do. We trying to grow. We got goals to meet. Hey, Hen, you trying to get to what number you trying to get to?
Man, we're
trying to get to 3K over there, and I'm trying to get to 6K. So we got to get this stuff out here to the masses, man. We trying to grow and build a show. So please make sure you hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And make sure you donate to your independent content creators, man. We do this out of pocket. We do this for y'all. We giving y'all an hour plus 2 hours content. We do this on a daily. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man, and make sure y'all keep us in mind, man, and make sure you show some love and support.
Indeed, man. And as for, because I see this, as for Herbert, yes, they do love to talk about potential, but the man been in the league for 5 years. He still hasn't won a playoff game. He still has a losing record as a starting quarterback. He still was on the losing end of one of the worst playoff losses in league history. There was a horrible lead that they lost. And he got arm talent. He does. But, that's about it. When you look at everything else, like, a lot of these guys don't deserve to be paid, if we being honest. But that's a conversation for a different day. But I'm out, though, man. In the words of West Coast Cowboy,